So I am really excited now because I'm going to get to sit down on stage and I am going to be joined by the incredible Nisha Tandon, who is the CEO of ArtsEkta. So I had to make sure that I said the right word there. So CEO of ArtsEkta. As Nisha makes her way to stage, we're going to play a quick video on the screen of the Belfast Mela there. So if you want to make your way up, and we'll get that video played. Hi, Nisha.
Hello, Jamie.
We are calling this segment In Conversation with the Belfast Mela. Surprise. Do you know what? Sitting in the audience, I usually am listening to the videos behind me and getting to look up and actually see them as somebody's registered blind. There's so much beautiful, rich diversity in that video captured, and I'm excited for the next Belfast Mela.
Well, you will get the invitation next year, which is our 20th anniversary. So, Jamie, be ready.
I will be the VIP, I hope. So
VIP, guest.
VIP, very important person. But you said 20 years they're celebrating next year. Can we have a round of applause? It's 20 years.
Thank you.
You know I look 21, but I'm actually 35. And when I said to my partner that I was coming to do a talk today and Belfast Mela were there, my partner said, I remember them growing up. And I said, they're almost at over half the age I am, so that's an incredible success.
Yeah, it has been a long journey, and it's not finished yet. People ask me when am I going to retire, and I says, no, my job is half done. I have another half more to do, then it will be my time to go. But again, Jamie, it hasn't been an easy journey. It has been hard. To get to this, where we are now celebrating Belfast Mela, which used to be just a one-day small event in Botanic Gardens on Sundays, now has grown to be all year round, small events, big events, and 10-day celebration in Belfast City, and which brings people together from all diverse background. And that is the core work of ArtsEkta. That ends in Belfast Mela, and that is a huge, big celebration. We take over the whole city and celebrate, and why not? So yeah, but that's what we do.
But you could not retire or disappear anytime soon because you turned that event from a one-day event into a continuous all-year event. You must love what you do, and it's so, you can hear it and you see it in the video, the passion. It's so beautiful. Now, before we dive in and I ask you some difficult questions,
okay.
Nisha, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and a little bit more about the Belfast Mela.
Okay, my name is Nisha Tandon. I am the Chief Executive of ArtsEkta. and Artistic Director of Belfast Mela. I am today wearing blue or navy blue with pink. I am a brown Indian girl and wearing specs, and I have got black hair, shoulder cut.
You're forgetting the sparkles in your scarf, because all I can see is sparkles, and it's making me happy because I love a bit of sparkle.
Yeah, so Belfast Mela, ArtsEkta started in 2006 and used to do just a lot of schoolwork. And as you know, that Northern Ireland now is very diverse communities coming here from many aspects of life. And that's the reason I thought that it is very important that we should be celebrating our diversity from the education. So the journey started with schools. And then if we were doing all this in schools and community groups, why can we not bring it out into a true shared space where everybody is equal, no matter what caste, creed, color, background, religious background, whatever you come, whatever disability you have, you are needing to be part of this shared space. So in 2006, August, ArtsEkta was born, and then following year, Belfast Mela was born, and we started with just 500 audiences coming to it. With £1,500 in my pocket, I did it, and now we have 60,000 people who attend 1 week-long program from all walks of life. And you will see the diverse communities, they take pride, they take ownership, and they start their journey from Belfast Mela to thrive. So this is the journey of Belfast Mela, yeah?
That's incredible. So my first question I'm going to ask you is around the diversity, because how does the festival's programming reflect Belfast diversity and promote sustainability to deliver a positive social impact?
Okay, so diversity has been our key work, and that's what this is all about. And in 2011, if you look at the census, we were only 1.1% of the population. But now today, if you look at the latest census, we are 8.4%. So those 8.4% needed to be given a room and space to bring their cultural awareness in one shared space. So they come, they celebrate, they bring different walks of areas, but our medium is dance, music, arts, culture, and celebration. And in that, you know, they all sort of bring in, and social impact makes a huge, huge, huge difference to everyday's life. So that's what it was. And cultural awareness, and people, if you come ever visit Belfast Mela, there it is for children who are just born, from grannies. So it's a really family-oriented experience. And you will make new friends there. You will learn about different cultures. And this year, we were just so proud to have our Filipino community, who is the nursing community of Belfast. And they took over the whole culture land, which is an area, and the impact they left in people's hearts and minds, that they are not just the nurses or the hospital staff, but they also bring such a vibrancy of their culture into our beautiful land. And listen, Belfast City rocks, and I mean it. It rocks from all different angles. So yeah, I think it has been a great journey, but our programming also has to be, which is giving everybody a room and space to be there. You can wear a hijab and be there. You can speak Irish language, be there. You can speak Indian language, you be there. You can be Ulster Scots, you can be there. And that's an LGBT. That is something which we really, really take pride in, and bringing all those areas together. Yeah.
Incredible. And there's so much richness that comes from diversity, so much learning, so much fun by the sounds of it, so much beauty, art, culture. I heard you're going to give us some dance moves, actually, from this year.
Yeah, why not? You play the music.
If we have time, I will gladly let you do it. I was putting you in the spot, expecting you to throw your microphone at me there, but if you're open to it, we're open to watching. I want to come back to disability, because I want to ask you, how does the Belfast Mela ensure that disabled people can fully participate? And we're talking along the lines of accessibility and including them.
Yeah. Okay, so the mid-journey of Belfast Mela, and I'm talking about nearly about 10 years ago, we did a whole survey, about accessibility and inclusion for our disabled communities. And we worked, and all those surveys, when they came back, there was quite a lot of negative. That Botanic Gardens is not accessible for wheelchairs and for baby changing rooms, sensory space, quiet space, faith-based space, you name it. And we said, right, okay, for 6 hours journey, we cannot fulfill all these demands. So we thought, right, we need to do something. So we partnered with University of Typical, Disability Action, and TNI Toolkit. We followed every instruction which they gave us, and also listened to our audiences. And sometimes people have that stereotype that, from minority ethnic backgrounds, they don't have any disability. They are not. They're only normal. But we do have a lot of disabilities, in hidden disabilities and physical disabilities. And from minority ethnic, we don't have LGBTQ. We don't have older people. Oh my word, we do. And how can we make sure that we are inclusive, not only just for the minority ethnic communities, but for our audiences who keeps us ticking? So with that survey, with this whole mapping exercise and staff training, how can we do? We started to implement this whole accessibility areas and sensory areas and faith-based rooms and mother changing rooms and language, all that sort of stuff just before COVID, okay? And then the COVID hit, but that was different. Then, after that, when we came back into the open space again, we made sure that the venues which we were using for our 9 days events are fully accessible. And then on Botanic Gardens, we can have a proper facilities given to our disabled communities from all walks of life. And staff training, volunteer training. Myself went through the whole training program. So I think it is and production team. So I think it's very important to listen and then to implement and try your level best. We are not still there, but I think we are getting there.
I love that you talked about yourself going through that training. It wasn't just about your team doing it. You had to be involved with that training.
Yeah.
And you're right, so often when we see disability represented, it's a white disabled person. We don't see that ethnic minority.
No.
And this is the thing about disability. Disability doesn't care about your age, your gender, your sex, your religion, your gender identity. You can acquire disability at any given moment in your life. And we've heard that throughout today. This has been really, we could sit and have a conversation all day. We could have had our own event here. But I'm conscious of time, and I'm sure everybody's getting a bit peckish. So what I want to wrap up and ask you before we finish is, because I know the Belfast Mela runs a volunteer programme, and I want to ask, can you tell us about that, about the skills development side of that, and also how that creates pathways into cultural sectors.
Okay, so volunteering, no festival or event can be without volunteers and artists, okay? You can produce production teams, but you cannot have a festival without volunteers, so that has been our key driver. And when I started in 2007 until 2025, the same volunteers have come through to us, they've stayed with us. And what we do is we give them a full cultural awareness training. Like Jam Card, we also have a program where we give them certificates, badges, that you have done your diversity course and you are absolutely ready. The conscious and unconscious biases are all cleared, and you're ready now to. So that's one thing which we do. Then we do give them employment. So if we see that the volunteer has a capability of going into a production or backstage, looking after all that, then we will give them employment back into, so there are no more volunteers. They have gone into employment for those 10 days with us and many other events. So yeah, so the journey is, and then we give them a big party in the end. And in that party, then I give them a diversity box, which is basically an arts, or if anybody wants a Chinese costume or Mexican costume or whatever prop they want, they will put it in their sheet and we will give them in that, on that party. And we have used Black Box for many time for doing our lovely parties. So yeah, so there is a loads of things which goes on behind the scenes for helping not only just our staff training program, but our volunteers and artists also get a lot of trainings.
So Nisha, after that last answer, I've changed my mind. I don't want to come as a VIP. I want to come and volunteer, and I want into your costume box, so we do.
Okay.
And we will take photos, and the next time we have an event or meet each other, we will share them on social media.
You will have to tell me the culture you want, and also the size.
I'm not going to tell you the size on stage. We'll wait till we'll have a private conversation. Nisha, it is absolutely a privilege to speak to you.
Thank
you bring
you.
so much passion and energy to what you're doing, and to everybody listening here who has organisation, who provides staff volunteer days, here is a way for your staff to volunteer, to gain that cultural awareness, to gain some skills, and to really make an impact on the diversity of Belfast. So can I have a massive round of applause for Nisha?
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.